blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, Newton. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check. 53, check. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way.
Again, Newton. Going right side here, and that's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Five.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert!
Now Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
There's no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! I got you!
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
I got you!
Mayfield off the play fake. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seibert able to knock this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Flushed out right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from, oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Yeah, boy, that's our ball every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's T.J. Carey who picked it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Trey Boston up to make the tackle. And again, it's Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. Mayfield on play action. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. But he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A give running right is Chubb. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check that.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Buying time to his left. He's going to look deep for more, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett, and he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
The tackle made by Christian Kirksey.
Here we go, D.
They turn to Scarlett again. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. This is McCaffrey. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like
the ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. Chubb takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 30 on 2nd down. Newton, right's got it. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check pass. Check pass.
Throwing again is Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On first down, it's Newton. And right side caught, Hogan. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton, throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down. To throw is Newton. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And this winds up a disaster nowhere near the marker. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Ready, 58, come on. Walk the route.
One last throw here for Newton. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.